Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I'm unboxing the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 2-in-1 Gen 11 Aura Edition. I'll include an affiliate link in the description for those of you interested in purchasing one, and in full disclosure, this was furnished to me by Lenovo for review purposes, but will be going back once my coverage has been completed. So this is an exciting machine because you're looking at or about to see a 14-inch 2-in-1 that is one of the lightest on planet Earth. It comes in right around 2.5 pounds. We've got an Intel processor. This specific review unit has the Ultra 7 Panther Lake chip. There are 3 options, I believe, but the X7, I'm not sure that is available stateside. That'll give you the B series GPU from Intel, which is pretty potent, again, for a thin and light machine like this, but that's not what we have here. Up to 64 gigs of RAM. You can go up to a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. I believe this has a 1 terabyte, and we've got 32 gigs of RAM. Again, the 14-inch display here is a WUXGA, so that's a 1920 by 1200 res panel. You can get this up to a 2.8K OLED panel if you decide to go that route, so that's another good option. Let me go ahead and slide this guy out. What is unique, though, about this model in particular, as I've mentioned, is that this is the 2-in-1 version of the X1. Now, the X1, again, the thinnest and lightest 14-inch machine on the market, thereabout, and still powerful, still has solid battery life, and, well, this is no different. You have a 65-watt charger, 500 nits of brightness on this panel. I'm not sure what the OLED, I'm assuming the brightness there will be better, color fidelity a little bit better, but battery life not necessarily. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as what you're going to get out of this lower res IPS panel. So we've got our pen, which is a redesign. We'll be looking at that in a moment. And our charging solution, which is just a 65-watt charger. Now, they do have a GAN charger option as well, which is even smaller than this. So keep that in mind if that's what you're looking for. If you want the smallest possible solution, that's the option you're going to want to go for. So let's take a look at this machine. Again, 14-inch, really traveling light, 2.5 pounds. You have a pen. You have the flexibility of being able to put this in multiple different positions, obviously, tablet mode, tent mode, all that stuff. But we still have a really lightweight and really efficient option. I mean, we're talking about around 20 hours of battery life with this. I think it's a 58 watt-hour battery. I'm not sure offhand. I don't have the specs in front of me, believe it or not. Really solid construction. The battery is user replaceable this generation, so something Lenovo showed off back at CES. Really compelling, in my opinion, that we now have this movement towards better repairability, better for the environment, better for consumers. But just a quick tour here. Again, HDMI 2.1 on the back left of this machine. We have a Thunderbolt 4 port. These, well, 2, I believe, on the machine. These are full function, so really nice to have that. And your headphone microphone combo jack right there. Come around to the front, we have the lid, of course, but then underneath that is where you're going to be putting that new Carpenter-style redesigned Lenovo pen. So it will charge while it's docked there, which I really like. Privacy switch on the camera module there. So still going with that. Speakers, by the way, on the bottom of the laptop, along with, of course, ventilation. And then we have another Thunderbolt port, and then a Type A USB port, and last but not least, a Kensington lock. Nothing on the back except more ventilation. And the really big design difference between this and the X1 non-2-in-1, the non-convertible model, is the hinge. Here we have a different hinge because you need it for a convertible style machine like this. So this is just the quick guide of charging on the, they're telling you go with the left, but you can charge on either side, which is nice. And obviously use Thunderbolt on either side, which makes it even more flexible. That's usually one of the pain points of machines like these, is that both ports are on one side, and then you may have a little bit of a routing nightmare depending on your layout. But again, privacy for the camera top center. I believe it's a 5-megapixel shooter. The pen can still magnetically attach there. Speaking of which, let's get the pen out, shall we? And then, of course, as I've mentioned, you dock under the chassis where I showed you to charge it up. Here is the new pen. Again, it should look familiar. Carpenter style pen. So yeah, pretty straightforward. And there it is attached to the side of the display there. And then the only other things to note, of course, is that we do have a fingerprint scanner. We have best-in-class keyboard, or what should be, 1.5 millimeters of travel, as always, and some great build quality. Now, this is not a capacitive trackpad. You still have the touch point, track point here, which is great. Power button right there. See if we can turn this guy on. And this was set up by Lenovo's PR team, so it is ready to go. It does have an anti-reflective coating on this display, but I can tell you right now there is a gloss finish nonetheless. If you want the really anti-reflective matte finish, that's what the X1 is going to provide you. But I think this is already looking really good for this Aura Edition Gen 11 X1 2-in-1 refresh, because it's giving you, again, the ability to have a pen basically back in the silo like it always needed to be. One of the lightest machines on the market, best battery life in its range. I mean, again, this should give us about 20 hours of video playback in productivity, potentially even more, depending on how bright you keep this IPS, again, WUXGA display. If you step up to the OLED, which I don't see why you wouldn't, it's going to be a little less battery life with that 2.8K display, but I think having the extra resolution and fidelity is something I would want, but some of you might be afraid of burn-in, and so then, as a result, you'll probably, just totally steer away. This looks like it needs to be charged or paired, but you'll probably just steer away from it altogether. But yeah, here we have it in tablet mode. Again, this is a machine that's actually light enough, I would argue, to use in tablet mode. Still a little bit heavy, no question, but that's why you can just prop it down, go into content consumption mode. You have flexibility with this. Tent mode, all of that jazz. Whatever you want to do, you can do with this. And that's the beauty of a machine like this over the more traditional X1 non-convertible 2-in-1. So a lot to like here. Again, solid keyboard. The processor RAM combo here should be excellent for productivity work because, again, 32 gigs of RAM, an Ultra 7 Panther Lake processor. I believe it's a 1 terabyte NVMe in here. I'm going to benchmark all of this. The display, even though it's an IPS, non-OLED, non-2K panel, looks fairly solid. Design language is good, and durability, this is a ThinkPad, and the X1 is, in my opinion, one of the best offerings, not just that Lenovo has in their ThinkPad lineup, but out there. So this should definitely be, even though this is just a first look and unboxing, on your short list for thin and light 2-in-1s. This really should be right at the top of that list here in 2026. Now, pricing is not something I've spoken about, and that's because, well, computers have become luxury devices, right? I mean, that's where we're at these days. You're looking at, I think, starting at around a little under 2,200 US, and then I think this, not this model, but their top of the line, which this is close to, I think this might be it, stateside right now is about $3,000. So again, this is not for everyone. This is meant to be for mobile professionals, executives that are traveling a lot, want great battery life, great build quality, even a user replaceable battery. You can add a second NVMe drive as well. The RAM is soldered, I believe. But again, thin and light, does everything well. Gaming, not so much. I mean, you'll be able to do a little bit of gaming on this, but don't get too crazy because, this is not the X7 model with the B-series Intel GPU. That's what you're going to need to really have, a little portable gaming dynamo that's not going to push out crazy frames in anything high res. But, if you want to game on this at 720p, 1080p, it should be doable depending on the titles, and I will test that. Again, not the focus of this machine, but one of the niceties of Intel's latest silicon here in 2026 and what we're going to see, of course, going into 27. But this is a really nice machine, especially for someone like me who needs thin and light devices more than ever with back problems. So again, kudos to Lenovo for making a 2-in-1 this thin, this light, and then battery life for days, dare I say. I mean, because realistically, you probably won't need to charge this for a few days. I know everyone still likes to call this all-day battery life, but the reality is you're probably going to go more than a few days unless, it's a workstation running 24/7 somehow. But that rounds things out. A first look, again, at the ThinkPad X1 2-in-1 from Lenovo. This is the Gen 11 Aura Edition. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe. And please stay safe. Later.